6 a.m. is not a glamorous hour. I'm usually the first one to arrive on the set in the morning. I'm not exactly a morning person, so when I get there, I'm pretty tired. But when you do have the makeup on, and your hair's all done, and you get to wear some beautiful dresses, no matter how tired you are, you really do start to feel glamorous. I like working with a group of people and watching the whole team come together to make a beautiful photo happen. And that's the main thing that I like about modeling. When I was asked to become a professional model, I had a lot to learn about makeup. I used to cut out the makeup ads, just like the ones I'm in now. I would study them and try to figure out just how they did it. It's really hard to look at just one little picture and know how they got that cover girl look. Today, after years as a professional model, I know a lot more about makeup. And in this video presentation, I can show you how to achieve a great basic look with the most flattering colors. You'll see how to adjust your makeup for different moods and more. But learning the basic makeup tips I use is just the beginning. Applying them to your personal look is the rest. So with the help of Gail, Jamie, and Lana, I'll show you how to become as pretty as this. Okay, that was a special video effect. But the makeup tips I'm about to show you are very real. So put your makeup on right along with our models, or stop and start your VCR and go at your own pace. Either way, I'll be with you every step of the way. The first step in any beauty plan is to start with a clean face. Use a non-drying cleanser that fits your skin type. Don't forget to wash gently, and if you have oily skin, follow with an astringent. Now a quick personal tip. To really lock in moisture and have a fresh, natural feel, don't dry your skin completely. Leave it just a little damp and then apply your moisturizer. Moisturizer is what primes your skin for makeup and gives it the texture you need for a smooth application. All skin types can use it. Apply the moisturizer everywhere except on the upper eyelid where it can make your makeup smear. A little under the eye is okay. If winter cold or summer sun makes your skin dry, or if it's naturally dry like Jamie's, use a heavier coat of moisturizer. If you have oily skin like Gail, use a lighter coat or just moisturize in spots where you need it. Here's a checklist for cleansing and moisturizing. Wash gently with a non-drying cleanser suited to your skin. And if you have oily skin, follow with an astringent. And finally, don't dry your face too thoroughly. Apply your moisturizer to damp skin. The first makeup you'll apply is foundation or base, which is the background color for the rest of your makeup. What does foundation do? A lot. It evens out skin tone and gives your face a flawless, smooth finish. Besides that, it helps protect your skin and helps your other makeup wear longer. You'll have a lot of choices to make in foundation, so here's how to choose what's right for you. First, you'll need to know your skin type. Read the labels and learn the language of foundation. If you have oily skin, look for words like oil control. That means it's water-based and won't add extra oil to your skin. If you have normal to dry skin, look for words like replenishing, which mean moisturizers have been added. Foundations that are made for sensitive skin are called pure or gentle. Once you've selected the type of foundation for your skin, it's time to choose the right color. The key is to match it as closely as possible to your individual complexion. With the variety of foundation colors available, you should be able to find a flattering one. Don't forget to read the package for help with color, too. Some manufacturers will tell you if a particular shade is best for light skin, light to medium, or medium to deep or dark. I'm using Clean Makeup's light shade, which is a perfect match to my skin. Foundation can also help you slightly alter unwanted tones in your skin. To tone down a ruddy complexion, use a beigey foundation. To liven a sallow or olive complexion, try a slightly rosy shade, but make sure it's only slightly rosy. Blush, not foundation, should add color. In applying foundation, there are different strokes for different folks, literally. You can apply foundation with your fingertips, like Lana is demonstrating. Fingertips warm the makeup, which helps blend it into the skin while giving you more control. But many people swear by sponges to spread the foundation evenly and give a more sheer finish. If you use a sponge, pour the foundation into your palm and dab a soft wedge into it. Then, gently spread it onto your skin. Work on one section of your face at a time. If you dab it all over your face at once, it may dry in the areas you'll get to last. For a sheerer, more transparent look, mix a touch of moisturizer with your base, then apply it. You'll notice the girls have been applying their foundation in gentle upward strokes. But they'll finish the process in gentle downward strokes for a smoother, more even finish. For foundation that looks really natural, it's important to blend carefully around the jawline, ears, and hairline. This part of your makeup routine is well worth the time. If you want a fresh, natural look, blending is absolutely vital. Here's your checklist for choosing and applying your foundation. First, choose the foundation for your skin type, normal, dry, or oily. Then match foundation color to your complexion. Don't forget to read the package. Liven olive and sallow skin tones with a rosy shade. Tone down ruddy skin with a beige shade. Apply foundation with upward strokes, then finish off with downward strokes. And blend well around the jawline, ears, and hairline. One final note on foundation. A light touch is better. You want a clean, fresh, natural look, not a pasty, cakey one. Once the foundation is blended, you're ready to apply concealer. Now, some people use concealer before foundation, but the finished results are easier to check if you use it after. Concealer is specially formulated to help cover blemishes and tiny flaws, or to hide dark circles under your eyes. Concealer comes in lots of different forms: sticks, wands, and creams. Use the one most comfortable for you. To hide a blemish or tiny flaw, match concealer to your foundation color. Dot it on, then pat with your fingers to blend it in. Be careful not to over-conceal, or you might call attention to the blemish you're trying to hide. For even better blending and to set the concealer, try a dot of powder. Concealer is also great for hiding dark circles under your eyes, which can appear and disappear from day to day. Use a shade a bit lighter than your base. Dot the concealer under the eye and blend it very gently. Never pull, tug, or rub the skin under your eye. It's much too delicate. But be careful. A shade that's too white will highlight your dark circles and make you look more like a raccoon than a fashion model. Okay, here's your checklist for concealer. To hide blemishes and tiny flaws, match concealer to your complexion. Pat with your fingertips to blend it in. Don't over-conceal and bring attention to what you'd rather hide. To hide dark circles, try concealer that's slightly lighter than your skin tone. But be careful of getting a raccoon look with a shade that's too white. Modeling, you learn to deal with all kinds of makeup. When you're working down in the tropics, you have to use a really light hand, because when you go to take your lipstick and put it on, it just melts right across the face. Another time I was doing a modeling job up in Alaska. So we got out there and it was freezing. We arrived in Alaska on the first day of the winter storm. And of course we were doing bathing suits, right? So I'm standing there freezing like this, and the makeup artist gets out the makeup, and the makeup was frozen solid. We couldn't get anything to go on the face. And I was so frozen that they took the jacket to zip me up into it and zipped my skin right up into the zipper. And I didn't even know until they zipped it back out, and then I had little tracks running up my chin. It's just called face powder, but for all it does, it should be called magic. Face powder perfects your skin texture and gives it a beautiful velvety finish. It absorbs excess oil, it controls shine, it hides pores, it sets makeup, and it helps your makeup wear longer. Now, I think that's magic. You might not think there'd be too many decisions to make with powder. Powder is powder, right? Not at all. First, we have the debate of pressed versus loose powder. Loose powder is lighter in texture, so it blends a little better. The pressed powder compact, on the other hand, is ideal to use on the go. So who wins the debate? I don't know. I use both. I like loose powder that comes with a sifter insert. Just turn the canister over, like Jamie, and you'll get exactly the right amount. A big, fluffy brush is easy to use. Dip it into the powder and tap or blow the excess off. Then sweep the powder all over, making sure you don't miss the places which get the shiniest. Now, color versus translucent. For a little extra coverage, use a shaded powder. The names are the same as your foundation, so choosing the right color is a cinch. If you don't need extra coverage, use a translucent powder. They come in light, medium, and deep shades. I use pressed powder with a puff. You'll want to choose your pressed powder according to your skin type. Pressed powder is also made for normal, oily, or dry skin. Gail needs an oil control powder to help control her oily skin. She applies it with a puff by gently pressing the powder where she needs it. and because of excess oil, she replaces her puffs regularly. Jamie uses a moisture-encapsulated powder which helps fight dryness by locking moisture in the makeup. And afterwards, she gently pats her skin with a dampened sponge for a fresher, more moist look. If you like using a brush, like Lana, be sure to apply the powder in downward strokes, then flick the excess away. There, the makeup is set. Now your face powder checklist. Use powder to set your makeup, control shine, and give you a flawless finish. Use shaded powder for extra coverage. Choose pressed powder according to skin types, oily, normal, or dry. If you have oily skin, replace puffs regularly. And whether you use a brush or a puff, flick the excess powder off your face in downward strokes. I leave most of the decisions to the experts who coordinate hair, wardrobe, and accessories, but I do like to have some input into the final selections. When you see a model with her hair in a certain way, even if it's like a hair across her face, it's usually been placed there after a lot of planning and discussions. Tremendous amount of preparation goes into every modeling session. Everybody on the set is an expert and usually a perfectionist. Ever wonder why you look so great in some colors and not so great in others? Whether you're picking out a sweater or a lipstick, it's important to know which colors flatter you the most and why. Now, this isn't a rigid test. It's just a guideline some beauty experts like to use. Everyone has a dominant color family. Depending on your skin tones, you're either a cool type, a warm type, or a neutral. I'll show you an easy way to figure out what type you are and what it means. First, take a silver scarf or fabric and hold it up to your skin. Then take a gold scarf or fabric and hold that up. If your skin looks better next to the gold, you're a warm, like me. The gold fabric actually enhances my gold and yellow undertones. Gail, who has olive skin, is a cool type. Her skin harmonizes best with the silver fabric. She actually has blue undertones in her skin. Other cools include skin that might be described as pinkish or ruddy. If you think your skin harmonizes with both silver and gold, it means you're a neutral, like Jamie, who has peachy skin. All skin tones, no matter how deep, have a dominant color family. Lana, whose skin harmonizes best with the gold fabric, is a warm, like me. As you'll see later, Lana and I will look best in eye, lip, and blush colors from the same color families. Skin tones are the most important when figuring out your dominant family, but of course, hair and eye color also have an influence. Although you might not fit into a category exactly, here's a breakdown of cools, warms, and neutrals. Warm hair colors are usually brown, dark brown, honey, or light blonde. Warm eye colors usually include golden brown, brown, green, and blue. Cool hair colors include ash blonde, auburn, black like Gail's, or dark brown. Cool eyes are usually blue, gray, violet, and dark brown. Neutral hair includes blonde, brown, smoky brown, and red like Jamie's. Neutral eyes are usually hazel, bluish-green, gray, or aqua. Okay, now that you know whether you're a warm, a cool, or a neutral, I'll show you how to choose wardrobe and makeup colors for your type. Gail, a cool, looks great in colors with undertones of blue, such as cherry red, magenta, plum, maroon, purple, and royal blue. Lana, a warm, will look best in earth tones and colors which have a lot of yellow, such as orange, rust, copper, taupe, peach, and coral. Neutrals can wear just about anything their moods dictate. But you don't have to run out and buy all new clothes. If you have a favorite sweater and it's not one of your best tones, throw on a little scarf to pick up a new accent, or adjust your makeup to add more flattering colors.
42 stories. Go ahead.
I remember the first time I had a job with a professional makeup artist. I arrived on the job and the makeup artist wanted to do my makeup right in front of the window to get the natural light. So I was just sitting in a chair and there was no mirror. I couldn't watch what was going on. And when the makeup artist had finished doing whatever it was he did, I was led immediately off to the set. And I posed for the pictures and then everybody said, "Okay, finished," and they all left. And so I just gathered my things and left. And I was walking downstairs and I was living in Paris at the time. And I walked by a cafe that had like a mirror on the outside. And I looked, I couldn't believe it. My eyes looked this big and I had cheekbones for the first time in my life. I couldn't believe it was me. I was so amazed I had to show it to somebody. Now in Paris, nobody has telephones. So I had to go to each one of my friends' house and nobody was home. Early in my career, I had a different makeup artist for every photo session, and each one did something a little different. Some hit and some missed, and that's how I learned all the tricks of eye makeup. It's amazing how shadow, liner, brow pencil, and mascara can make your eyes look bigger and your lashes look longer, if you do it right. Almost everything you do with makeup is designed to draw attention to your eyes. Maybe you want to look professional, maybe you want to look natural, or maybe you want to look more dramatic. However you want to look, you're going to have a lot of fun experimenting with eye makeup. But there's a lot to learn. There's a rainbow of eye colors to mix and match, but you'll want to stay with the most flattering to your color type. Warms look best in bronze, browns, peaches, and ivory. Cools look best in blues, pinks, plums, and mauve. Neutrals can wear any color, although many often lean toward a cool or a warm. Eye makeup should never match your eye color exactly. Because of my blue eyes, I avoid using bright blue shadow or bright blue liner, which overpowers and washes out my natural color. Instead, I use peaches and browns, which makes my eyes look even bluer. Before starting, be sure your eye area is clean and dry so that your eyeshadow goes on smoothly. Now don't rush. You can always stop and start your VCR to go at your own pace. First, it's best to sit down. You'll have more support for your arm. Use a small makeup mirror like this one. Eyeshadow gives depth and dimension to the eyes. Shadowing areas are divided into the lid, the crease, and the brow. I used a sponge applicator to apply the pale peach shadow on the lid from the lashes to the crease of the eye. The sponge allows for more control and definition. Then I applied a brown shadow along the crease or socket line to give my eyes more depth. Finally, I finished with a highlighter along the top. I blended the colors together with a brush to avoid a harsh line. Shadow can give you many different effects. It can even change the proportion of your eyes. Watch how we color and contour the eyes of our three models. Gail contours with a deep blue eyeshadow to make her round eyes look more almond-shaped. With a sponge applicator, she blends the shadow out about 1/8 of an inch beyond the eyelid. She finishes with a lighter pink shade on the inner eyelid. Lana plans to add rich lip color later, so she balances her look with a soft beige and bronze eyeshadow combination. By applying the light beige shadow to the inner half of the lid and the darker bronze shadow to the outer lid, with just a touch under the outer half of the lower lashes, Lana gives the illusion of wider set eyes. Lana has used her beige and bronze shadows to dramatize her beautiful brown eyes in a natural way. Now here's a quick checklist of what shadow can do for you. Select your eye makeup colors for warm, cool, or neutral. To help balance round eyes, bring the shadow 1/8 of an inch out beyond the lid. To widen close-set eyes, use light shadow on the inner part of the eye and blend with darker shadow on the outer part of the eye. Once you've blended the shadow to your satisfaction, stand back and recheck the balance of shadows in both eyes. You might decide to add a little of this, a little of that, or a little less of this. When everything looks the way you like it, it's time for eyeliner. You may not realize it, but we're in the middle of an eyeliner revolution. Today we still have the traditional brown and black liners, but we also have a spectrum of fashion colors to complement our shadows and add to our makeup wardrobe. Eyeliner is what helps define the eye and give it extra sharpness. Using it can be great fun, especially if you start with one of my favorite makeup tricks. Before sharpening the pencil, I put my eyeliner pencil in the refrigerator about 5 minutes. It helps you get a super sharp pencil tip so you can draw a fine line, not one that looks too thick or heavy. It really makes a difference. Use short strokes rather than a single line for a more natural look, like Gail, who's using a cobalt blue liner. Line from corner to corner on the upper lid, and then under the lower lashes from the outside corner to the middle of your eye. Drawing the lower line any closer to your nose will make your eyes look smaller and fenced in. To blend, use a sponge or the smudger tip side of the pencil. Jamie widens her eyes by widening her liner at the outer edge of the eye. To make your eyes look really big, start your liner over the center of the eye. Jamie is using a neutral taupe color to further define her eyes. Lana uses a liquid liner for finer precision. She wants to get her liner right to the lash line. With liquid liner, it's best to start in the center and draw out, then fill in the inner corner. Don't draw a harsh line. It's more natural to use liquid liner to fill the tiny spaces between your lashes. Use liner from corner to corner on the upper lid and under the lashes from the outside corner to the middle of the eye. Apply pencil line in short, feathery strokes, then smudge. Use liquid liner for more precision. Start in the center, work out, then fill in the inner corner. Widen the liner at the outer edge to balance close-set eyes, and close the line for wide-set eyes. One last note about shadows and liners. Start with the shades that flatter your eye color, then tie in your wardrobe. Be creative and experiment with different shades, but be gentle with your eyes. Use eye makeup remover and don't pull or tug at your eyes. And don't try to learn everything at once. I'm still experimenting. Mascara lengthens lashes and defines your eyes and makes them look a whole lot bigger and a lot more beautiful. Some people don't feel dressed until their mascara is on. There are many different types of mascara. The one you choose will depend on your lashes, your look, and your lifestyle. If you have skimpy lashes, try mascara that thickens. If you have short lashes, try mascara that lengthens. If you're planning to go to the beach, you'll want to wear waterproof mascara, which needs to be taken off with remover. If you have sensitive eyes or wear contact lenses, use a mascara that's irritant-free. I'm using professional mascara. I like the way the curved brush gets every lash, even the ones in the corners. If you curl your lashes, do it before you apply mascara so the lashes won't stick on the eyelash curler. Slip the curler over the lashes and with a gentle but firm hold, make several short squeezes, but not too hard. Now you're ready for mascara. Start at the base and twirl up as you go up the lashes.
I use black mascara, but
For a softer, more natural look, or if you have very light coloring, use brown, not black.
for extra coverage at the base of the lashes, place the wand there and wiggle it back and forth a few times before sweeping out to the tip.
Don't forget about your lower lashes. I like to wear just the slightest coat, not for thickening, but for tinting my lower lashes.
For a fun fashion accent, try a touch of blue mascara just at the tip, like Gail. Use an eyelash comb if necessary to separate the lashes and prevent that gloppy, spiky look.
Finally, make sure you replace your mascara frequently and never share. Here are the key points to remember about mascara. Curl your lashes before applying mascara. Choose the right mascara for your lash type. Start at the base and twirl the wand as you go up the lashes. Try a colored mascara for a fashion accent. Fix mistakes before they dry. And use an eyelash comb to separate the lashes. The final step to having beautiful eyes is framing them with your eyebrows. Make the most of the brows you have. A natural brow looks great, so don't over-tweeze or harden the brow with a pencil. And if you need to fill in, choose a brow pencil that blends with your hair color. Now here's a guideline for a classic shape. Brows should start just over the inner corner of your eye. The highest point of the arch should fall at the outer edge of the color part of the eye. To figure out how far your eyebrow should extend, draw an imaginary line from the inner corner of your nose to the outer corner of your eye and take it up to your eyebrow level. This is where your eyebrow should end. Most of the time, all I do is brush my brows up and out in the direction they grow. But basically, a tweezer and an eyebrow pencil will give you any shape you want.
Jamie helps her close-set eyes look further apart by starting the brow about 1/8 of an inch from the inner corner of her eyes. She will also move the arch out further. Then the brow will be extended 1/8 of an inch further too. After tweezing a few unwanted stray hairs, Jamie uses a soft brown pencil to fill in the shape she desires. Short feather strokes blended in with a brow brush look the most natural. One personal tip for the most natural brow. A dab of styling mousse or gel on a brow brush controls the eyebrows just great.
Your brow should be a classic natural shape. Don't over-tweeze or overline with a pencil. Your brow color should blend with your hair color. Reshape with short, feathery pencil strokes and brush to blend. Use mousse or gel for a little extra brow control.
Once you have your makeup on and your hair is perfect and you're dressed to kill, there's one more job for the model, and that's trying to get the right attitude. I like that part of modeling. The key is to make sure that nobody knows that you're thinking about the errands that you've got to do after the job. Will I get to the bank on time, and I've got to pick up some diapers, and the dry cleaning. But like I said, the key is to make sure that nobody knows that that's what you're thinking about. It's just got to be you and the camera.
Your lipstick conditions and protects your lips, but most of all, it enhances and emphasizes your mouth. Just how much depends on the intensity of the color you choose.
Your choice of lip color will depend on what you're wearing, but you should keep in mind the tones which flatter warms, cools, and neutrals. Cools, like Gail, look great in colors like wines, plums, cherry reds, raspberry, mauves, and rosewood. Cools with lighter coloring will look better in lighter shades like pink.
Today I'm wearing peach lip color, a great shade for warms. Other flattering shades for warms include apricot, coral, copper, and other earthy colors.
Deep-skinned warms like Lana look best in deeper lip colors like russet, copper, bronze, and coffee. Today, Lana has selected bronze. Jamie, a neutral, can wear lip colors from both cool and warm families, but today she's wearing a soft peach.
You might need a little practice, but applying your lip color is pretty easy.
With a new tube, never swivel above ½ inch to prevent breakage. And when you're ready, just follow the natural lip line. It's not necessary to press your lips together. In fact, it diminishes the shine. See? I told you it was easy. For better lip definition, use a lip liner or lip brush like Lana. Lip brushes are economical too. They help you get every last drop of lipstick out of the tube. Stroke your brush gently to get just the right amount of lipstick. Take it slowly. You can always add more.
For a little extra shimmer, I like to finish my lips with a touch of lip gloss in the center of the lower lip. Glosses and frosted colors in lighter shades are especially great for smaller lips. They create an illusion of a fuller, poutier mouth. If you want to carry the illusion even further, try these tips.
To make lips look even fuller, draw the color just a fraction outside the natural lip line. To minimize fuller lips, keep the color just a fraction inside the natural lip line, and try darker, creamier shades.
But only you can decide how to use lip color. Personally, I think all lip shapes are beautiful. Whether they're big or small, they're yours, and I bet they fit your face just fine. So here's your checklist for lips. Select lip color to coordinate with warms, cools, or neutrals. Never swivel your lipstick tube more than ½ inch. For extra shimmer, use a touch of gloss over your lip color. When I first started modeling, my face was a lot rounder, and when I'd arrive at a photo session, I'd walk in and say, "Cheekbones, please." Sure enough, out came the blush. Blush gives your cheeks color, while it shapes and enhances your bone structure. Blush adds a lot as long as you coordinate it with your lip color, as I have with my medium peach blush today. So if you're a warm, you'll be coordinating a blush that's peach, bronze, honey, or coral.
If you're a cool, you'll be coordinating a blush that's pink, rose, or plum. Neutrals can select from either group, depending on the lip color choice.
Now here's how to use blush for your individual look.
Rub the brush across the powder, then tap it to shake off any excess. Basic blush is used more to add color than to accent bone structure. Watch how Gail smiles, then applies her blush to the cheek apples in upward strokes, right where the sun would give her natural color.
I use my blush along the natural line of my cheekbone here. Then I blend it near the temple. You should never bring the blush closer than 1 finger's width to the nose or 1 inch to the eye. Blush that's too close to the eyes will make them look smaller. After applying the basic blush, step back and check that it's balanced on both cheeks and well blended. If you've applied too much or need more blending, use a sponge to finish it off.
If you need more definition, you'll want to use highlighter to accent the best part of the cheekbone. Deeper contouring shades give you shadow where you'd naturally have it, and also create a hollow under the cheekbones. Pre-coordinated kits will ensure your color choices are right. After applying the basic blush, Gail uses a lighter shade, blending along the cheekbone towards the ear. Then she applies a deeper contouring shade in quick dabs in the hollows under her cheekbones. You can see the difference blush can make in slimming your face. Jamie uses her peach blush to add color and enhance her cheekbones. First, she feels her cheekbones with her fingertips. Then, she concentrates the color on the top of the bone, blending up and out towards the top of the ear. Lana has matched a soft sable blush to her lipstick. To exaggerate the height of her cheekbones, she applies the blush in a C shape, starting on the cheek below the center of the eye, then curving out around the brows and up towards the forehead. Don't forget to check that the blush is blended. If you've used too much, blend with a dry sponge.
Sometimes, when I want an outdoor look, I'll add a hint of blush to everywhere the sun would, across the nose, a little on the forehead, and some on the chin. One quick emergency tip. When you're on the go and caught without your blush, let your lipstick double as a blush. Just make sure you blend it well. Okay, here's your blush checklist. Always coordinate your blush with your lipstick, choosing a shade from the warm, cool, or neutral family. Use blush for adding color, defining bone structure, or both. Use coordinated blush kits for foolproof coloring. Blend well. Finish with a sponge if more blending is needed. Another important part of looking your best is good, basic nail care. Because I have an active life, I need to keep my nails a natural length. But whether you have long or short nails, your manicure is still the same.
Now here's a basic manicure. The first step is to take off your old nail polish with remover and cotton. I prefer an acetone-free remover with nail conditioners. Always use an emery board to shape your nails. Scissors or a nail clipper will weaken your nails, and a metal file can be too rough. The best way to shape, so you can best see what you're doing, is to curl your fingers towards you with the palms up. Use the rougher side of the emery board for reducing length and shaping. The smoother side is for finishing. Work in one direction only, from the sides towards the center. An oval or square shape rounded off at the corners helps nails resist splitting and breaking.
After shaping, use a nail conditioner on nails and all around the cuticle. Massage it in really well, from the tip of the nail down to the base. Then, with an orange stick wrapped in cotton, gently push back the cuticles. Never cut the cuticles or use metal tools on them. Now for the polish. First, prime your nails with a clear base coat, which will strengthen the nails and help your polish last longer. Then, apply 2 coats of nail color. Use 3 light strokes, 1 down the middle, then 1 down each side for each nail. Add a touch of color under the tips to prevent chipping. Allow each coat to dry thoroughly before the next, and for longer wear, finish with a clear top coat.
Clean up any smudges you have with a toothpick and a dab of polish remover, and then you're done.
For a great pulled-together look, I love to see nail polish that's matched to the lipstick color. But when there's not enough time for that, make sure you stick to your dominant color family. Okay, here's your checklist for nails. Start with clean, dry nails. Don't use scissors, nail clippers, or nail files. An oval or square shape helps resist breaking and splitting, and use a base coat and top coat for extra wear.
Here are some tips to help you with different looks. If you want a more casual look, match makeup shades closely to your natural color. If you're going to be outdoors, try and apply your makeup by a window so you get the natural light you'll be seen in. When you want to look more professional, wear darker lip colors, but be careful they're not too dark. Add a bit more emphasis to your eye color when you know it has to last all day. To go from a day in the office to a night on the town, add a pearly colored shadow right over your daytime shade. Try using a brighter, bolder lip color. Try making a statement by using shades that are very different in depth from your natural coloring. It will bring drama and impact to your evening look. Experiment. Try new things. This is the time to have fun with your makeup.
The girls all look fresh, natural, and beautiful. What's more, they're self-confident. They've learned how to use makeup to accent their prettiest features. That's what learning about makeup will do for you, too. It may take a few tries to get the hang of it, but once you do, putting on your makeup should only take 10 or 15 minutes. So practice putting on makeup with these basic tips and experiment too. And maybe one day I'll see you on the cover.